Hello. Welcome. It's Anne-Marie here. I am just getting situated. Let me know if you are here. And there I am, waving my little fingers. So, as you can see, we're going to use some new product. So I'm excited to share with you on this. Hello, Debbie. I think you are watching. Welcome. Hello, Jana is here too. Hello, hello. So yesterday I did a boxing unveil. So if you missed that live video, feel free to go back and watch that. I showed some new product that I ordered. Today it's official. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator. I'm excited to share all of the creativity using the new product. I will be creating probably some workshops with some older Close to My Heart product just to get rid of some of that inventory and some workshops, but primarily I will share some new product with you guys. Hello, Susan. Welcome. Hello, Marilyn. Hello, hello. So this is a card that we are going to create tonight. I'll tell you what products that we used. But again, I truly appreciate everybody who supported me today and has placed an order. As I had mentioned, and if you are not aware, Close to My Heart came out with some product and they sold it to Stampin' Up. So if you're interested in some of the Close to My Heart product that would have debuted in the May-June catalog, it's called Enjoy the Ride. Some of the items, fortunately, have already sold out, but there was a limited product availability for those items. And you would go under Home and then shop product, and then there will be a link to show CTMH product. And if you were a VIP with Close to My Heart, you will get a new catalog with your first order for free. So, so again, I truly, truly appreciate everybody who has placed an order with me today. It really, really means so much to me. It's the nervousness, of starting. It's really kind of like starting all over. I know I have all of you with me. I hope, but it is like starting out fresh again. So thanks so much. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Heidi, and Julie's here. Marilyn, welcome, welcome. Okay, so this is the card that I'm going to recreate. So you can see some of the new product that I shared yesterday when I opened my box. This is the wood grain paper. So let me show you. In here, where is it? Oh, my little tabs here. All right, so this is the paper. You can see I used that sheet right there, and that is the what is it called? Country Woods. That's what it's called. So last I saw, actually, this was even on low inventory. But the good thing is this is Stampin' Up, and it is in the brand new catalog. So they will be restocking this. And I'm not sure what low inventory means. I know in the past means we only have 25 items left, but I don't think that's the case here. But again, this is the paper that I ended up using. And then for the stamp set and the thin cuts and embossing, it is another one of these green tabs. So here it is, and it's called Seaside Wishes. I'll bring that up for you guys. And there are, there's the stamp set, there's an embossing folder, and then there's dies. And if you buy all three, although it just says stamp set and embossing folder, it doesn't include, I can't speak. It does include the dies, and it's a discount. It's a bundle discount. So let me get started. So again, here is the stamp set, but actually I wanted to show you something that I'm going to start doing, especially when I have multiple products that are all the same bundle, right? So again, this is Seaside Wishes. I opened it up. Here's some extra pieces that I cut out with the dies. I embossed some. I stamped some. There's seashells there, right? So I included it all in my case to keep it all together. So here is the embossing folder. And then I got these magnetic boards, and they're adhesive. So this is, I adhered it. They come, let me just show you. Their dies come this way on a sheet of paper with like double-sided tape, right? Well, once you take them off, right, they're going to be loose. So we're spoiled. Close to my heart had the magnets, right? So I came across these on Amazon, and I've created an Amazon associate account. So I'll share the link if you're interested in this, because it really is nice. It sticks right inside here. And I was able to put all of my thin cuts or dies. They call them dies. I have to get used to their lingo. And then the stamp set that comes on a carrier sheet, but you can just place it on here. You can see this one's missing because we're going to be using that tonight. But you can just place it right on the cart, and then I'm sticking my embossing folder in there, and it's all together, right? So there's another option too. So when I have dies only, there's a sleeve, a magnetic sleeve that is easier to store, smaller, not this case. But for here, I want all my stuff together, and I have this image, right? And, so this is kind of key to showing it. And also just says to let you know, if you were to store these CD cases sideways, you have all of the images there along your side binder of your CD case. All right, so just some helpful tips that I've learned recently, and I thought I'd share it with you. So let's get started here. I'm gonna go in just a little here. And now I did some pre-work because it just would have, it just takes a little bit longer, right? So again, here is that beautiful wood country paper that I'm going to put on my card base. I did place an order today so I can get some of the more Stampin' Up stuff here up, and I run out of tape. Isn't that just like that to happen? I should have paid attention. But I do have some tape here. All right. Where did I leave off with my adhesive? All right, so I'm just gonna put that up here. All right, sorry about that little delay. All right, so now I ran this through. This was the embossing folder, and then I took a sander and I just sanded it to get some of the white core, because I am still using the Close to My Heart paper. So this is toffee, but the light side of toffee that I'm using, our lighter side. So I am going to just tear down a little bit off of each edge here, give that torn look. Now the other thing I could have done, if you don't like that big of a tear, you can take your scissors and you can just kind of like make it distressed that way, but I'm going to match it. But again, that's another option to distress. Just don't cut yourself with your sharp scissors. Just gonna go down. I could have probably torn this in advance, but prior to even embossing it, right? All right, so these little pieces I'm gonna toss and throw away, and I wanna get rid of this little edge down here, all right? And then I took mocha paper, and I am just gonna line that up. So this is 3 inches, and I also did this at 3 inches, so I might want to even tear a little bit more. I'm gonna leave it as is though. And let's just center this on this piece of paper here to give it a dark edge. I actually even thought about doing glitter paper, and I tried it, but I wasn't really a big fan of that. So that's gonna go in center here. If I have any comments. All right, so sorry, Doris, that you're having internet issues. I hope nobody else is. I am not frozen, so hopefully nobody else is frozen. Please let me know. All right, so we're gonna put that there. So, but doesn't that look cool with just doing the sanding of that? And I love the fact that it has like the little specks of sand with the sand dollars in there. So then I have a bunch of different of the sand dollars, and then this also. Now, one of the things to note when you are running this through, this is the embossing folder. And then this is the die cut that cuts out these 3 sizes here. So obviously I ran it through 2 different colors, but what you do was you run it through your die cutting machine. This sets right in there. You might want to tape it down, but I didn't have an issue with it. So this is where the Stampin' Up side is here. I placed this down here. I put my paper in, closed it, and then ran it through my die cutting machine. And it did pre-cut all of these out easily and beautifully, right? Look at that texture on there, right? So, and then I just ran the paper for just the embossing without the die cuts. But super fun and super easy to help you line things up. I just wanted to share that tidbit with you and how I ran that through. All right, so these are some of my extras here. And I am gonna do it this way. I'm gonna use the larger one this time here. And just center these accordingly, right? Super fun and easy. Actually, I did not sand that one. I sanded this one. So this is the one I was going to use. So let me take some scrap paper here, only because I don't have my all-purpose mat down here. So I just want to run some adhesive on the back side of this. And then I have some foam from when I did the shaker. And I am going to pop this up. Hopefully. All right, good. I'm glad it's all good, Heidi. Thank you. So, thanks, Amanda. All right, so I'm going to pop that up here. And then I'm also going to pop this up. Now, because this is raised, I'm not going to put any up on top here. I'm just going to do 3 on the bottom. It's really sticky. So your creative activity for the week. Oh, and by the way, your challenges that you did that we had at the weekend retreat and what you guys created were amazing. You have till midnight tonight. You don't have to do all of them, but if every one that you've done, you will be entered into a drawing for Happy Mail. And right now the Happy Mail is Close to My Heart stuff. And just as a side note too, I am sending out the last bit of the clearance items that were from our virtual. I was waiting for payments from people and information. I know I owe some people some information, but all of that will get mailed out tomorrow. See, it was put together, right? Hardest part sometimes is just figuring out the colors that you want. So I have this one here. So now I have the sentiment. Right, so this stamp set I mentioned yesterday, but let's recap. It says, you absolutely made my day. That's what we're going to use. Sometimes the simplest things mean the most. Your friendship is the best gift, and love you. Right, but I love all these other different things, and I hope to use them in the scrapbooking layout that I'm going to be sharing with you guys as well. That along with the sea turtles that I ended up getting. All right, so I am going to use Mocha. If I can find my Mocha. Here's my Mocha, right where it was supposed to be. All right. Make sure I have that good. It stamps really, really nice. All right, I'm going to try to line this up without my head in the way and that you guys can see me. It is so hard and I'm not standing right over it. So if it's a little bit crooked, forgive me. Perfect. All right, so now I'm just going to put some little notches in here. And how I do this, I just go to the little center of my end there, and then I go from corner to corner, or corner to center, right? And we're going to do the same on this side. One side's going to probably have a little bit bigger of a banner. All right, so you absolutely made my day. And that is such a true statement. Seriously, you guys really made my day today with your orders. It's so, so appreciative. All right, so here, I'm just going to end up centering it there. So I'm just going to put some small ones, these small little foam pieces from the shaker. Again, got to use up my extras here. All right, we're just going to add that right towards the bottom. Right, and then let's put some enamel dots on here. So I have some, again, old enamel dots. I'm using the teal. So guys, again, my website for Close to My Heart is down, but I believe there's the liquidation sale going on. So if you go sign into my website, it's going to bring you right to Close to My Heart. Somebody made a note to me, and I have not seen any message from Close to My Heart, but I believe they might on May 3rd even go down deeper on their sale items of what's left in their inventory. So, all right, I am going to put that here. Again, I won't see though if you place an order because that goes directly to Close to My Heart. So, but these went perfectly together. So let's see this here. What do you guys think? So, hello, Diane. Not taking any orders until Friday at 5 p.m. Is that what Close to My Heart said, Teresa? I'm not quite sure what you're indicating there. Just gonna get the excess off. All right, thanks, Elena. Oh, all right, so Doris is indicating that Close to My Heart said it was down until Friday. Yes, okay. See, I didn't even see that message. So, yeah. So thanks for that update. But again, my website is up and running. Again, this is the Seaside. I hope you guys love this card. Your creative activity is to create something that has seashells or beachy, right? So it could be a card, it could be a layout, and then share it. I'm going to post this under the guides, right, with this video, so you can see and watch how I've made this. And then I'm also going to include the link there if you're interested in these magnetics and putting them in your cases to help store everything for you guys. So I'll include that link there. And I appreciate you guys. Let me put this up against that wood grain there, right? Loving that. Thanks, Sharon. All right. Thanks, Kristen. All right. I appreciate you guys. So quick, fairly simple, only because I pre-cut and pre-dyed and pre-sanded everything. But feel free to use this template. I can put the measurements in the card if you are in the guide as well. But again, make something that is seashells or beachy, and it's a layout or card, something new that you newly created, and post it. And you have till next Wednesday by midnight to share your inspiration for your chance to win some Happy Mail. So thanks so much, everybody. Have a great night. I appreciate it.